When did your parents' English-only rule almost let your grandma die alone? My parents banned Korean from our house, as if erasing our language would stop me from being the weird kid. Not that I wanted to be weird, I just wanted to understand my own grandmother like every other kid with immigrant parents. Instead, my best friend Mina grew up speaking Korean with her family, and I was always jealous watching her switch effortlessly between languages while I couldn't understand a single word. So while Mina was talking to her mom in Korean and understanding everything, I had to pretend I didn't care. At family gatherings, my cousins would laugh at jokes in Korean while I sat there completely lost. I couldn't even have a real conversation with my own grandmother who recently moved in with us because of medical issues. Halmoni would try to tell me things and I'd just nod, understanding nothing. Things got even worse when mom started lecturing me endlessly about how speaking Korean would make me stand out. Look at what we went through, she'd say, showing me old photos. We got bullied for our accents, for being different. Dad's a dentist now and I work at a hospital. We made it. We worked too hard for you to throw away your chances. Okay, but lots of successful people are bilingual. Lots of them embrace their culture, and they're doing fine. When I tried to argue back, they went and blocked every Korean streaming service on our Wi-Fi. My phone couldn't access Viki or anything with Korean content. They even called Mina's mom once to make sure her house was Korean free before letting me visit. Mina's mom had to lie and say they only spoke English at home. Everyone thought my parents were insane, and I agreed. But Mina refused to let me suffer alone. With her mom's help, I got to watch K-dramas every Tuesday and Thursday after school at her house for study group. My parents loved it, bragging to relatives about how I chose academics over immigrant stuff. Jokes on them. I wasn't being all studious and American. I was learning Korean. At first, I could barely recognize hello or thank you. But Mina's mom would pause shows and repeat phrases slowly. Annyeonghaseyo, dowajuseyo, gwenchanayo. Within weeks, simple words started clicking, then sentences. Mina's mom would explain grammar patterns, and suddenly I could predict what characters would say. I especially loved the medical dramas that taught me emergency words and phrases. So for 2 hours twice a week, I could understand my own heritage language without my parents ever knowing or finding out. That is until one day, while my parents were at a dental conference 2 hours away, I was home alone with Halmoni. I heard a loud thump from downstairs. Halmoni? I called out, no response. I ran down and found her collapsed on the kitchen floor. Her face drooped on one side. Halmoni? I screamed. She was trying to talk, but only Korean came out. Dowajwo, yag, siorab, she slurred. Her mouth hung open as she stared up. Simjang, gasium, she struggled to say. I recognized the words from the medical dramas. Help, medicine, drawer, heart, chest. Yag aodi? I asked in broken Korean. Medicine where? Her eyes moved toward the kitchen drawer. I grabbed it open and found bottles. One had a blue label, nitroglycerin for her heart. My instincts kicked into high gear. I grabbed my phone with shaking hands and called 911 immediately. My grandmother collapsed. I think it's a stroke. The dispatcher asked questions. Can she tell you what happened? Halmoni kept speaking Korean, but I understood enough. She says she had chest pain earlier. She's saying her heart medicine. The blue bottle. Do not give her that during a stroke, the dispatcher warned. The ambulance was 25 to 30 minutes out because of our location. I looked at Halmoni's pale face and kept talking to her in my broken Korean, translating what she was saying to 911. Those minutes felt like hours. When paramedics finally arrived, one was Korean American. She says chest pain for hours, dizziness, then sudden weakness. I told him. He looked shocked. You speak Korean? Just from shows, I admitted. At the hospital, the ER doctor found my parents in the waiting room. Your daughter's translation saved your mother's life. She understood enough Korean to give us the symptom timeline. After a stroke, patients often can't speak their second language, only their native one. If your daughter hadn't understood basic Korean, we wouldn't have known about the chest pain, which changed our entire treatment plan. When we saw Halmoni, she was recovering well. She spoke to me in Korean, and for once my parents translated instead of making her use English. She says you saved her, Dad said quietly. My parents looked at each other with tears in their eyes. We need to talk, Mom said. Where did you learn Korean? I could have lied, but I was done lying. K-dramas. At Mina's house. Her mom taught me. I waited for them to be angry. Instead, Dad started crying. We almost lost Uma because we were so scared of you being different. He whispered. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so sorry. He pulled me into a hug, which only made me cry too. Mom joined in, all of us crying. Maybe you could teach us? She asked quietly. Help us remember our language too? My parents never got fluent again, but at least the old English-only rule was abolished forever.